Hello! Hello, welcome back to Slay the Princess. Hey, how you guys doing today? I hope you guys doing good. Hey! Hold on, let me... I'm still screaming over because I copy date outfits. Yeah, man, like, oh god, they're so cute. I fucking, I want to draw them so bad. I really need to draw them right now. Not right now, but... I wish I could be drawing them all the time. Even when I'm doing something else, I'm just like, on the side, I wish I could draw, you know? um, but yeah, anyway, today we are playing more Slay the Princess. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing okay. My day was boring as hell. I'm tired of being bored. Can't do this shit no more. Had news that things might not go the way I want at work, and it's starting to piss me off, and I think I'm gonna quit. And I mean, by that I mean look for another job, because, I mean, it depends on how this summer is gonna go, I think. We'll see. I don't know, because you're getting your well-deserved rest soon. Oh, you're right, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. I can't wait. I can't wait! Oh, this is gonna be so good. Anyway, yeah. It's just kind of crazy because my boss was here at the shop today, and he's like very rarely in the shop, so you know, it's funny. My coworker was like, "Don't you have like stuff to ask him about?" I'm like, "I don't want to. I don't give a fuck right now. I've already asked him a billion times. I'm not gonna fucking do it again." She's like, "Oh, okay." And then like, dude, it's fucking crazy how he doesn't know anything about how the fucking thing runs. I don't know, it's so annoying. Because he has like all these questions about stuff that it feels like he should know. Just ask me about shit that, like... I thought, like, at some point he told me something, and I thought he was just affirming something, right? And I was like, yeah, I guess. And he said, no, that's a question. I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? Yes, of course. Like, basically, he was telling me, okay, so this person had their glasses done, like, about a year ago. But it's not exactly a year. It will be a year in, like, a month. And I'm like, okay. He's like, so does that mean, like... He's like... So we have to wait... No, he's like, so we have to wait until we get to that date. To that, like, in a month. And I'm like, okay. So, like, that makes sense to me, right? I'm like, okay. And he's like, no, that's a question. I'm like, yes, we do! Jesus! Of course we do. God damn. So tempted to draw them tonight, but a friend sent me some wrestling poses that I want to do, but I also need to finish writing for Kazaskara Week. Too much to do. Oh my god, good luck. I didn't write anything for Kazaskara Week. I wasn't that, inspired by the prompts, but I'm excited to see what people do. And also I've been working really hard on Dokugami, so thank you. Wrestling poses for Kazakara. They need to train a lot. Yeah, of course they do. Calm down, guys, by the way. Alright, we're gonna play Slay the Princess. Time to turn off the fucking lo-fi music. Alright, I think I'm gonna try to do an entire run again today. Ah, yes, great. Hey Twilight, Dokugami, I'm up. Hell yeah, I'm so excited to post it, you have no idea. The wizard's cool one. Oh, that one's cute. I had my window open and the moment the stream started, some crickets started being so loud. They want to slay the princess too. They do. I'm not like... We're gonna figure it out. I think the first run that I want to try,
You're on a path if you're here.
and I think the first one that I want to do is trying to be nice to her at the beginning, like go down without the blade in my hand, and then pretend like go the first route doing good things, right? Die, and then I come back, and she's like all nice and all happy, and she trusts me, and then I betray her ass.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the camp. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
I'm skipping all the stuff that we already seen a bunch of times, by the way. Scar does not approve.
The interior
It'd
of
be
the
like
temple
that.
is almost entire. The blade is your...
I'm not doing this. I'm not taking the blade.
The door... Her voice
Hello? Is someone there?
is... Don't let it fool...
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I have
You
to.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Not really.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down.
If there isn't any key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Not really.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door... Is someone else here? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against
Her
the
fucking
ragged,
eyes, she's so
self-inflicted
creepy.
wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She's insane.
Thank you. Now let's get out of
She's
here.
insane.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, as the princess Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
We are warning her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
We've known each other for 5
Nervously
minutes.
reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed every whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Hey, Zeph! Zeph, how you doing? What's up?
She doesn't know how to use a knife,
Quick.
does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
Hey, you're alive. How you doing?
I'm so sorry.
Fucking
With
rip.
one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Rip. Ripperoonie. Kill her!
On a path, you're here.
Kill her now! Let's go.
She will lie. If only... Forget he's... But he... Last? I think he... I do. Sure. Don't pay that...
I have no idea what happens when we do that. I'll kill her at the last moment.
The interior of the blade...
I don't have to take the blade now. I'll enter the basement.
The door to the bed, but it's still a soft...
Hello?
Her voice. Okay, we don't need... Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. My love! You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to... Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
What's up, by the way, Zeph? Did you have a good day? We're playing Slay the Princess.
Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain. And you, well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. And you've died before. We damned a whole world. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another
She's been
opportunity to
tired. That's
sweep her
okay.
off her
Yeah, I
feet
hope you feel
and
better,
treat her
though.
like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? We never saw a world end. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let...
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. I'm sorry about what happened last night. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
You're so funny.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has... She doesn't. I think he's right.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh my god.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists. What? No, why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence.
Rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings.
Alright.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yay.
If only you had a weapon. Luckily for Mr. Rome. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
I know someone said something funny would happen if I kept asking what she wants to do.
Gullible.
I don't actually know.
I want to leave.
The princess closed and then she shrugged.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Okay.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
That's weird.
I just want to make you happy.
Stop.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
What would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
She's crazy. Oh god.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Oh my god.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Oh god! I made like a terrible vessel! No! That's not what I wanted to do! God damn it! No! I can't. Well, okay. I'll do that other one next time. I can't do it now anymore, I don't think. You don't get the chance to ask another question. Something has taken her away and slept.
She was our perfect match. She's gone. And is that a...
I don't know how we even go about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that.
Also, hi Atsuko, how you doing? I'm doing good, how are you?
I can't believe she was taken away from us. A nerve.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we... I'm begging you, don't do this.
Ignore him. It's me. Oh my god, you are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile
This is
vessel.
so embarrassing! I don't know if I can keep going with that run. What are you?
I am solitary light,
What do you mean?
thoughts with...
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make
This
my
is
own.
not ideal for me, honestly.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you,
No!
and do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Can I just start a new game? Like, this is not what I wanted to do. This is funny, I guess, but I don't know. I wanted to see what happens if you kill her! She just looks like a fucked up damsel, if that makes sense. Let's just restart. No! I didn't mean to quit the entire game, bro. God damn it. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. New game. Yo.
Does it? While nevertheless, and before you call it you may.
Sorry, this is gonna be so awkward. Yo.
The door is dope.
I'm here to save you.
Come down.
You walk. I
hope.
Don't. Your own. You no. You their laugh.
I'm guessing.
Made doubt.
Maybe they. Or.
If we were to attack someone else. Easier.
I heard the door.
There's a slight.
If I could.
She barely has as she for you. You cut the blade at her. No. No. Watch. Stop. The blade. She plugged.
Oh.
What? She apparently
I was.
with the car. Oh, everything. You're on your. Oh, but love, I don't.
This is funny. It's like those YouTube poops. Wait, no, those videos with the Polish guy. I was like,
Yes, my love. You, she. Oh, you're.
It's you.
And she called flat. Wait, that's where. No, we know you.
I'm okay.
What? She didn't know. If another version that you see, no. You. I'm not.
Paprika.
I listen to. I can't believe.
What do
we leave.
That sounds perfect.
Let's get out of here.
Takes your hand. The last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to will mope about it. You and the princess walk up the stairs, and what happens after we walk? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar mood. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone?
She's right. It isn't fair. Enough with this. Of course. Are you listening to? I'm just along for.
Do you think you can open it?
Well, I don't know.
Of course, nobody.
I think we can open it. If we try together.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a pair of teenagers in love. You and the princess place your hands and lock clicks. I told you our love was. You and the princess make your blade. That's right. There's still a chance for.
All right, let's do it. We're gonna kill her now.
Table and slay her before it's too late.
Take the blade and slay the princess. This is gonna feel so bad.
Turning its tip towards the unsuspecting princess. Thank you. Wait. No. You barbarian, what are you doing? But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and strike. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as the blade falls, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you. Your blade pierces her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
Gaming. Hi, bro.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, that sucks.
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
That sucks!
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved. Thank you for
slaying innocent. Oh my god.
I feel sick.
I hate that phrase. I think I'm gonna die now. I think that's what you want. I need to write it down. Hold on, let me pull up my Google Doc. I hate it. So bad. I hate it. That feels really bad.
You are dead! Not a big surprise!
Where's my fucking thing? There it is.
The Egyptians believed the most significant thing you could do in your life was die.
For real. Sorry, Otsuko. Yeah, I have a Google Doc that I pulled up, that I made specifically to write down some quotes from this game. Just for inspiration.
I will send you to Jesus.
Sick. You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick.
Emotional damage.
Absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable. You'll get over it. You just saved...
You'll get over it.
Get over it? You smarmy ass.
She is
There's nothing in the world
for
worth
real.
getting over it for. We might as well just end it all.
Kill yourself!
You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not do that. Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
Oh god, Mag, you're gonna kill me. Oh. I'm the one who makes the decisions here and I say no!
Exactly, you're not doing this. All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Haven't you? Haven't you all? I don't believe this. What? What don't you believe? You plunged the blade into your own heart and collapsed to the floor. You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry.
Lol.
That's right. You're all sorry.
Good lord.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, I'm dead. The Grey. I don't know that one. That's a new one.
You're on a path in the woods. You horrid monster.
Oh.
Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
Oh, and I'm still here too. If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
It's our third. What gave it away?
Your open discussions. I couldn't care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again.
Oh, you just wait and see. My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
Don't provoke him. I'd prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying. Why not? You've already done it twice.
It doesn't mean I like it, bro.
It was unpleasant.
It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love to see you try.
Can I? Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I am too. Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess is not dead, and that her very existence currently poses a direct threat to the entire world.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. It wasn't different last time.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time. Wait. But if her influence is spreading, that means there's hope. That means our beloved is waiting up there for us.
ready to make amends. Yes, I already told you that she's alive. Don't mind him. I don't think he's doing too well. I'm doing better than any of you. I'm doing great. She's alive. Influence doesn't require life. But if things restarted, why wouldn't she be alive? Who said they restarted? All they've done is change. I shan't listen to the vile mutterings of you serpents. Onward! Our living, breathing princess awaits us.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin?
She'll find a way out eventually, and the world will still end. The only way this resolves.
Okay.
Again, he makes her out to be a monster. I'm tired of all this slander. She's never hurt anyone in her life except for us, and that was our fault. We don't know that. She could have done all sorts of things we weren't around to see. Turn around and leave, go to the cabin. I'm fine with either. So long as we don't just do the same thing again. I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright? Oh, we'll muck it up alright. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived. Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it. I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. It's stressful. Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control? You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off. It is. It's easy. Whatever happens, happens.
He's not wrong. I feel like I could just use some, you know, some whatever happens, happens thinking every now and then.
Are you even alive? What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion? I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await. The interior of the cabin feels dry and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs.
She's like a ghost bride or something?
The stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall. Is that her? Our beloved. So she does live. She doesn't look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it. Perhaps it's gone because an oh-so-deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you. Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done. Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon directly into our... I suppose
okay, we get it.
Why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. It's so hazy. We should try and clean it up. It's time for all of you to see what we've become. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things. I see. We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold. We can only hope she might still see some good in us. No way left to go but down.
Alright, let's go.
The door to the basement creaks
Oh my
open,
god.
revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival. Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs. Face
Yeah, damn.
veiled in shadow. There she is again. My love. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
I'm sorry about last time. Are we good? Are we good? I think we have a lot to talk about.
You receive no response. Do you think she's upset with us?
Probably.
Don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed. Of course she's livid, and with good reason. You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead.
No. What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Whatever we saw was a ghost. I thought we were all on the same page. Do try to keep up. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock.
She's gonna destroy me, probably.
You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yet, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table.
We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like...
You came back. I missed you.
That angelic voice. I missed you too, my beloved.
You sure snapped back to your old self quick.
Yes. Seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire. She's trying to kill us.
Of course she is.
A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
Are you mad at me for killing you? I'm sorry.
I'm not mad at you. You gave me so much to think about. And it's all going to be over soon. It's all going to be better.
She's holding a grudge.
She wouldn't. She's perfect.
The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're choked by smoke, and the air around you grows uncomfortably warm. We've never burned to death before. I wonder how it's going to feel. Bad! I bet it'll feel really, really bad. Yes, it will be terrible, so you'd better come up with something to do and fast.
Oh, raid! Jupiter's Closet. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Hey, how you doing? I hope we're having a good stream. And thank you for the follows. Thank you so much. Yeah, how you doing? What were you playing? Aye.
I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world. You're just trying to spoil her fun.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm
Oh,
trying
you're playing
to
Slay the
prevent
Princess also?
oblivion.
Nice. Yeah, this is like second run of it. Second run of the game, so I'm trying to get stuff that I didn't get before. Why did you close the door?
Because I wanted to be with you. I don't want you to leave.
See? Everything's fine. She wants to be with us.
Yeah, in a bad way.
She just has a unique way
Thank
of
you.
expressing
I'm glad you
things.
like it.
The heat grows in intensity as the flames draw ever nearer. You can practically feel your skin sizzling already. If you're going to try and stop her from killing you and destroying the whole world, you'd better do something, and you'd better do it now.
Thank you, I made it myself.
I wonder if we look good right now.
Good.
Fire makes a lot of things look good. I can only imagine how dazzling our eyes are in the dancing flames. Do you think she's noticed?
I don't want to burn to death. We don't have to, right?
Rush to the door.
As you rush up the stairs, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno. You ignore the princess, throwing yourself headlong against the door, bashing at it with your clenched fists in a vain attempt at freedom.
Oh!
No use. You're stuck here. Your skin
That's gross.
starts to bubble. As layers of you peel away into raw, seeping burns, you feel a hand on yours.
I'm gonna head off now because it's 6 a.m. But I hope you have a nice stream. Hope to pop in maybe another time. Oh my god, 6 a.m. Oh my god, yes, please go to bed. I hope you have a good night. Thank you so much for the raid, and thank you so much for the follow also. And yeah, bye. See you later. Have a good night. Hope you sleep well. Oh
Turn
god.
to see the princess, face bright and smile wide with manic affection. She clutches you close to her chest, watching with loving eyes as the flames eat you away, bit by bit.
Oh my
The
god.
pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins. But it isn't long before
that's
the flames
gross.
take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything. See? That wasn't so bad.
It was so bad. But somehow, nothing's so much worse.
You'll get used to it. There are still the feelings of the heart.
Atsuko,
Those
what?
never go away.
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me. The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin.
It's very romantic, really. We got our happy ending after all.
Really?
We can die happy.
Oh. But despite your best efforts, you do not die, and she is gone. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here?
The narrator is gone.
It is. Does that mean the world ended? He was never going to outlast us.
A villain vanquished.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
It's fine, dude. It's fine. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't...
Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different.
Final.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what...
Ignore the coward.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you! Despite everything, it's still you! You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin! You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm a person?
A person. A set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creek.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. This one is passion betrayed. But even in the end, her love never faded. She will make for a bright heart.
Oh my god.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Let her out of here!
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you here? Are you what you sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
I'm confused as to how their skin was able to burn out, but not the clothing. I don't know. I feel like probably because the clothes are spectral, and she was also spectral. I don't know why it's just all symbolic, I feel like.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay, I know all of this. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I will try.
You won't.
Well... what do I do now?
You're on a path, and you're here to... That's the spirit. You make your way up a warning. She will... We're not gonna ignore him.
What didn't I... What haven't I done yet?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the blade.
I just hate when the stream screen goes black randomly and I need to join again. That's weird, what the fuck? Why does it do that? Can you try to leave the place? I've already tried that, but like it just takes me back to the cabin. It's like a loop or something. I don't know if... I feel like if I take the blade, I could do something.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
So
this is an oppressive place. Her voice.
Who's there?
So there isn't an ending for trying to leave and not go to the cabin? Yeah, no, I tried that and it just takes me back. There's been something about a key? A key to the door? Oh, the key to the chains, you mean? I don't think I don't think they exist. It's just, there's just a blade.
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Chain. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
You dropped it at the beginning. The blade? I think I did, yeah. I guess I...
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Will be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
There's people out there who think you're going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Why not?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
If I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to... I don't think I've tried, like, bringing the blade down, trying to rescue her instead. So we're gonna do that.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
She's immediately, like, pleading emoji.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I mean, I guess I could try this, but I think I'm just gonna get locked in.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the
Yeah.
gate. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas. You're here. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier. Easier for who? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You
Okay.
won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Okay.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No, warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop! The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Have you slain her at this moment before? Yeah, I have. And she turned into... I think it might have been the witch? No, not the witch, the tower. I think.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with
Whoa.
almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground.
I've never
blood
got this.
flowing from your butchered
I never got this one,
This
by
is
the way.
the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
The prisoner. Okay, I haven't got that one. Oh.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world... Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here. For us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's... You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. She will lie. Yeah. Did you just say wink out loud?
Oh.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do. walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't fun. You reach forward and rub your hand against it. It was there a second, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Do I take the blade or do I not take the blade? I'm gonna take it.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Okay.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her response? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. I'm gonna sit with her. Come on.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Yeah, I was about to say. It is.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Oh, well...
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her, unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Sorry, I'm like having a big problem with allergies.
It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Yeah.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just... good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met.
Well.
I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
What the fuck was that about?
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it, to know that you might not be the first version of yourself? Yeah, man. Write it down.
Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Yeah.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
I'm considering buying the game just so I can play it at the pace of a writer. I mean, I recommend it, honestly. Also, it's on sale right now. There's a Steam sale.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
I already convinced my roommate to buy and play it, but they're away now and they're gonna miss the sale, so I don't know what to do. Oh. Yeah, you could, I guess.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pro? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own way.
That other channel, Noel, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
what if I can cut you out of here? I'm not giving you a weapon.
The last time we met, your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over.
What are you fucking gonna do?
And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence.
Okay, you can't do it though.
If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
You're the one in chains. If anyone should be negotiating here, it's you, not me.
Usually you'd be right, but this isn't exactly a usual situation. I'm not someone you can wait out. We've already been over this. I'm more patient than you'll ever be.
Okay. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. Cut her out on your own.
Do you think these chains take away my saying things? I said no.
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly. The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if she walked up to us with a blade again? After what happened between us. How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Yeah, for real. I don't know, man. Save the princess? Drop it? It's hard!
This path is already worn by travel and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
Oh, alright.
What?
Drop. Okay.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick.
Okay. Wait, what? Something I already explored? Where was that gonna take me?
Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
It's pretty cool that you don't accidentally repeat a route. Yeah, but like, I only did one in this run, so I don't know what they're... It wasn't gonna take me to the Ghost Bride, was it? Like, I'm a little confused. Was it preventing me from doing the routes that I did before? In the run from the other day? Which I didn't think it would. Uh-huh.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
Why?
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. Ah.
What an uneasy silence.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly
disgusting.
against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. How would she do that? Huh. So that's her plan. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches.
I think she is dead.
There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room. until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop.
Yikes. Yeah, big yikes.
Oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. We should take her with us, don't you think?
Yeah.
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
She freed herself from the cycles of guilt. Yeah. I mean, I think she was just tired of existing in that. What's wrong with me? What the hell? Why am I allergic to anything? I'm in my room right now. I'm in my house. What's in my
I
house?
can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right? You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave. Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
She said, you can't slay me or save me. Damn, I'll do it myself.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward.
What fucking reward?
Stop reading into things. The danger has passed. I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down. I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us. So can we leave already?
Take the princess with you. Ah.
Fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin. Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She did.
She didn't. She's... But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Leave the cabin and claim your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain...
And it's fucking empty.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Free a prisoner.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone? But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder.
Yeah, it was disgusting. Oh, so she's just ahead.
She's gone. And there's that... What is that? No.
Earlier when I tried to drop the blade, it told me that I had already done this, but it's like, I'm confused because I only did one vessel, this run, so it was gonna take me back to the gray if I dropped the thing? Or was it preventing me from doing the thing I did last time? You've grown. She really give you a sono head? Push it to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Her life, of course. What did you think? Nothing. I'm not the one with the twisted mind. Ah, great.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay, I don't know if when this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Brother!
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Aww.
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
What if I just wait here forever?
Then we will remain here as we are now. Barely finished. Damp. Cavernous.
Wait. I don't even want to wait. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can't I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now. Inaccessible.
Oh!
The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Like, do you still hear the sound, or does everything just shut down? Okay, let's, You're not actually saying anything.
I'm sorry. Words are. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Alright, we're going back. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cat. You're here to...
Bro, I don't know what to do right now.
A warning, she will... We're not gonna go... Ignore him.
The achievement was bring her head to her.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale. The blade is...
Yeah, I've only done 2. But I kind of feel like it is preventing me from doing those I've done in my previous run on like Tuesday. But you told me that couldn't happen, right? So I'm a little confused. Cause when I tried, like, earlier she was trying to like strangle me with the chains, and I attempted to slay her. I think I was trying to slay her. It was gonna lead me to something. She was like, you cannot explore this one, you've already done it. And I'm like, what? But I only had like the gray first, and I didn't do any other one. So I was confused. I don't know if it was gonna lead me back to the gray.
The door... Her voice...
Hello?
is... Don't...
I'm here to slay you, I think?
You must have the wrong address.
Oh, she's so funny. You could finish the fucked up princess? Which one?
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the
no, I was
stairs
already
and lock
finished
eyes
with
the
it.
princess.
And I can't
There's
because
a
I
heavy
already
chain
did like
around her wrist, binding
damsel.
her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful.
I am begging you to stay.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
Let's talk a bit first, I guess.
Okay.
You didn't have the fucked up drawn princess. Yeah, I did. I got it was just the same as the damsel, I think. It's just like she looked fucked up. Yeah, it was one that I did last time on Tuesday. I don't know, I'm confused. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you
Yeah.
to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Yeah, I did the. Well, I did. I tried the drawing the fucked up one. I did that one, but it was just a damsel looking different. So I restarted my game after that. That's what I did. Where I kept asking. That's what happened.
It's not like you'd believe me.
I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and this isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
So you weren't kidding. I thought you were just making a bad joke. You were actually sent here to kill me.
She's mad.
You'll regret this. I promise you. But go ahead, run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Yeah, I did not get that dialogue before. This is new.
She has to be bluffing, but hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Where did she escape?
Where the
Oh my
princess said to
god!
me a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Alright, hello? She's lost an arm. I'm locking her down here and letting her bleed out. Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Investigate the arm.
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead.
Oh.
She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free. You should understand. It just isn't worth the risk.
With those parting words, the princess walks away. Her quiet footsteps eventually fade as she leaves you and the cabin to rot.
I don't know.
Alone.
I think she won this time.
It can't just end like this. right?
I think it can.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
Great. Oh, I'm going to the witch.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Okay.
Oh, she will lie. Don't worry. The interior... The blood... You walk up... What are you talking... You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin. You take... Well, if we... That's not...
I took the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough.
Friendly.
Maybe we can talk our way out of this. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decision? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the prince. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank
Hello.
you. Descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eye...
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Angry cat face. I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
I didn't do shit to you last time. You're the one who locked me away until I died.
That is an exceptionally good point.
And you were the conniving beast that left in search of steel to slay me. Just because I won and you lost doesn't mean I'm to blame for bad blood.
Also a good point. She can't even hear you. Why are you trying to brown-nose her? I'm not brown-nosing anyone. I'm just taking a fair and balanced approach and hearing out everything that everyone has to say. If she's in the wrong, then you don't have anything to worry about.
But I must confess, this place never let me out into the world.
While you were gasping your last down below, I was trying to claw and bash and break my way out. But I never did manage to be free. Until finally, I found myself here again, and you were gone. It seems that you get to come and go as you please. So you may be a bigger part of the answer to this riddle than I'd like you to be. Maybe bygones can be bygones. But you'll have to let me out first.
I'm gonna kill you! I'd like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time, and I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now!
Do you think that being direct with your ill will frees you from its wickedness?
Yes.
Murder and betrayal are still murder and betrayal, whether you state your intentions or keep them hidden behind your back.
See, this is why we never tell people what we're actually thinking. She's just as mad, only now she's ready for us.
Still, better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, I mean.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist.
Oh.
She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a fistful of dirt
pocket
into your
sand.
eyes. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite teams. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out.
She's
Now
angry.
stop her.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep
Hello?
into your chest, tearing at. Great, she's distracted. In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous, absolutely wretched. Just like me.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us. Kick her in the shin. We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. It takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise. Are we? At the bottom of the barrel. We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. That's not the bottom of the barrel. What is? No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes. But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore.
Oh, I just realized the cursor has blood on it too.
Who knows where we'll stop? You'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting. What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the book of honourable combat. Both you and the princess have broken 12 times over. That's nice and all, but are we winning?
Are you winning, son?
Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the fracas continues. But behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of warping wood. Wait, what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better packing order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
You hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in.
Oh, but then that means I'm going back to the wild.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
Okay, I take it all back. I can help you get out of here. You and I can work together. We can be friends. I'm sorry.
Too little, too late. We're both going to die a splintery and miserable death. And you're going to hate it just as much as you hate me and I hate you.
The roots grow ever closer. We know. We can see them.
Make them stop. You can make them stop, right?
I could, but who says I want to? As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to see it happen.
This doesn't help anyone. See? This is exactly why you've been tasked to slay her. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way into the cavern. An unstoppable, unyielding wall of bark. You're running out of time. Shit. What do we do? What do we do? We should probably get back to Stan. The only way out of this is through her, right?
Go out fighting.
You attack the princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lift it delicately off the ground. But the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness, and that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement. Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still she smiles through it all.
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure
Oh,
is
ew.
unbearable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens. And then you pop. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, I am back to the wild, which is one that I got last time, but last time I saved her, so this time I'm gonna kill her!
We are. His gaze pushes against our border.
No, that's all wrong. That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third. That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, let's get our facts straight. What happened last?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Sure, there's no reason to keep secrets. Someone decided to go in guns blazing last time, and that someone got us killed. And what should we have done? Let you draw things out with all that conniving? Everyone knows a straight fight is best. It's honest. There's no need to bicker about it. I wasn't trying to start anything. I don't mind what happened to us. I kind of like it now that we aren't actively being crushed. Yeah, now that you mention it, this isn't so bad.
And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway, it was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end. The princess included.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand.
Okay, no problem,
We
Nix.
aren't convinced
Have a
of
good
anything,
dinner.
and we aren't stuck together. We're one.
This thing watching us, what is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you.
That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
I've had enough of this guy. How do we stop
We
him?
push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
Yeah. Remember how it felt.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Okay.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned, it is fuzzy. It feels mutual.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling,
Don't look at it!
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
Gaze at the hatred in your heart.
please, don't make
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate her. We never got to see the end of that fight, did we? And we can't both be winners. One of us has to beat the other, right? I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered, and yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. You start to remember something else. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better, finally. I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
I wish I didn't have to.
Some division, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were. A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
Yeah, right.
And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted.
No.
Where's the victory in this? Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill. Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
Slay the princess.
You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
I'm sorry.
Well, she died. But you never see her die. It's time to leave. Memory return.
She's gone. And there's
Yeah, okay, we got it. She died! You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. If it...
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. Oh my god! I am at the cabin, for real. Thank you for the head pat.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new. And to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Let's do it.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I just want it all to stop.
It will, in time. But you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're here.
Okay, what do I do this time?
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up. A warning. She will love. We're not going to go. Ignore him. The interior blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. I would like to do something that I haven't done last time. What if I looked at a guide just to help me a little bit? Just slightly. I'm just gonna pick a random one that I haven't done.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This, her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
It's just like, I want to see more stuff that I haven't seen, and like, if I'm not looking at a guide, I'm not sure that I'll be able to know which ones I've done and not done, you know.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here.
You walk down the stairs. She's so focused on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steal your resolve.
Oh? No talking then. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Ah!
Against your better, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish.
So here we are. What an awkward start. And yet you had so.
As a fair, don't give away the game.
I'm right, aren't I? So who put you up to?
You can't.
I'm guessing. Well,
She isn't. She is. Don't just.
That's cute. If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world.
She doesn't know. She knows what she.
I don't think I can answer. At the end of the day, whoever sent you to. That doesn't sound right to me.
She has a point.
So, but you don't really know.
She's right about one thing.
Like I said, it's all. So do you trust me?
She's wrong. She hesitates.
You?
Again.
Oh, have you?
You know. Have to. You walk up to the chair, large and heavy.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. Is someone else here? You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply... Easier for her. Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
You won't like.
Slay.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by it. It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon.
So what I'm trying to do here is try to get to the tower, like last time, but last time I ended with the tower, but there's something after the tower apparently, and I'm trying to get to that.
Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
I give up.
Are you serious? As the force of her blows overwhelms your body, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering uselessly to the cobblestones below. I suppose you just lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, stands to face you. She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you to the ground. Her knee slides to your throat and your windpipe is crushed under weight you didn't think her frame could possibly possess.
Pathetic.
This
Thanks.
is the end, isn't it? Everything goes dark, and you die.
Great. It's fucking... It's time to die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to...
I'm going.
A warning. She will... Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible, so please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Last time I came here, I didn't take the knife, but I will take it this time. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Approach the mirror, why not?
What are you talking?
I feel like I don't have to, but at the same time.
Some things are better left unseen. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Let's go!
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Last time I was like, I gave up and I let her do whatever, and now I'm gonna kill her!
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window.
She's levitating.
Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
This one, it's such a Skara pose, you know?
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
No! Are you suggesting something? I don't know, maybe? Complete.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp.
No.
It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and you're...
That's my good little bird. The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for...
Hey Chain, welcome back.
alterations.
Hello.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize
How you
it.
doing? You took a big nap? That's nice.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've been here before, and we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not good.
My head still hurts even though I've been sleeping for literally like almost 4 hours. Oh no! What the hell? I hope you feel better.
First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
I'm not going to help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after I just can't let you do that.
I see. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Pick up the blade!
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway. You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silent.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
What?
You don't have to listen to her.
What? Exactly.
You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand
No!
lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't.
As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice.
Ew.
Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her. It's what she wants. You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs.
Oh.
But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Slay the princess!
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
Bro!
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult.
This is
You're
great.
The one making
The fucking sounds.
She doesn't want to.
Like, I appreciate that, thanks.
She's just doing.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion.
Damn!
But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
No.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her.
Slay the princess.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through,
no!
and you
This
carry
is
into
the
a decisive
worst place
blow,
you could do
stabbing
that.
into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always
Kill her! Kill
The
her
decision
now!
to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Why is she so big? She's a goddess.
Shut up.
She's a tower.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defile!
You worm!
You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. but the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this. The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall. But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty. Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor.
God killer.
Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish
That's
together.
the achievement I just got. God killer.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess.
I guess.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And I die. The furry!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Lord.
I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god!
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
You're damn right we did. And you'll get over it.
Bro, what is this music?
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruption. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here. Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You'd better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really got to say anything.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly. It didn't even work. It doesn't count. We died.
We died!
You didn't submit to her. For all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserve for not listening to me.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change. The second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
If I don't slay her, if I just... Okay. Let's go. Ew!
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop. Why? The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
This is like Silent Hill, like the humps of... not the humps, the heaps of like random fleshy things. This is so weird.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Sometimes the music is way louder than the fucking voices.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the
I
same.
think it's supposed to be like
no
that.
more messing around.
I mean, yeah, but like...
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I
don't
wouldn't know
know
if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things, or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say, exactly?
He thinks we've lost it. That we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again. You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it.
I want to see what she looks like.
As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent.
Smash!
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Smash!
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness.
Ah,
The
flies?
stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. The high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
That's really gross.
If the princess lives, her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stair.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make?
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. And it's why your task is so important. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls
Ew.
are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Is that like a bone acting as a heel?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, With a nauseating sound, the skin tears.
Ew.
It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
That's gross.
She is loose, and she is coming for you. Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Given up on destroying the world, have we?
The world hasn't wronged me the way you have.
Damn!
I'll get around to it eventually, though. Once I've had my fill of you.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying squelch,
Oh.
you are unwound.
Unwound? What the fuck does that mean? Unwound? Ew! Unwound? That's horrible!
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Oh, gross! True to her words, you do not die by her hand, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. This is probably the worst way the hero went out. Yeah.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. This... Screw them! I don't want to look at...
Gaze into the reflection. You've unraveled. Actually, it could be a heel spur, which is a calcium bony outgrowth in your heel. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a thing. No problem, Chain. You find yourself in a long, quiet... Hello! You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Are they like holding up her heart? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
She looks really cool. Oh? So you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and
Yeah.
permanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do we need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back
Yeah,
to me.
for real. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring
These
you?
gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay. So I have one more to do, and I'm gonna try to pick one that I haven't done before, real quick. Huh. Let me just figure this out. It's all complicated. This one's a bit too complicated for me. Um. Got hit with an inspiration truck or a lord or no, not yet. Oh no, Meg, I'm sorry. You cannot escape this though. Oops. Okay, I think there's one that I can do here.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to
Let's go to the cabin.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your warning. We're not gonna go ignore him. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade.
So, not taking the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faint her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you. It's
Hi.
good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you walk down the stairs. She's beautiful. I am begging you.
Hi. Okay. Oh.
She pauses.
You can address.
Is
Like I said, I'm sorry.
okay. She hadn't.
Of course I don't.
This okay.
Is that why they threw me down? I don't remember.
That's.
Did they?
The prince, she knows what she...
What I do doesn't really... At the end of the day, whatever the two of... Whoever sent you, I don't trust that. And I don't...
She has a point.
So this is about how... Do you really think I... We both know that if they...
Don't let her...
No, that's not what I wanted to do.
Thank you. You turn...
Where you'd better...
She has... You rush her. Okay. You
I
slowly...
already did
Is it
all
just
this.
Oh, you...
No. What?
Your eye... Where... You close the door behind you. Almost
That's not
magically,
exactly
its
what I
locks
was going for,
immediately
but
click
okay.
into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Oh.
You do your... But event... Come on.
I don't know why that didn't work. I tried to do what the game wanted me, but maybe I didn't pick the right dialogue option? I don't know.
You wait for as long as you can. You barely even realize that your pain tears you from your sleep. The princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs.
Okay.
There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone. It can't just end like this.
I mean, this is definitely not a thing that I've experienced.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality. Everything goes dark.
Okay, I'm dead, but then what? The beast! Oh, okay, that is what I was going for. I was going for the beast.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path
Girl, didn't
is a
learn.
cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. There's a cat. I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe. The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated.
So
It
the
feels like no one has lived
guide
here
is
for a
telling
long
me
time.
to...
Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls.
The guide is telling me to make a save here, so I'm doing that.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle.
Ow.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Oh, great.
She sounds almost feral, impatient. Or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit.
What the fuck? She's a
The
furry for
walls are
real.
obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Calm down. Where?
Anywhere.
Don't you hear that clanking? She's in chains again. We're fine.
Not. Move.
This path is already worn by travel.
Oh.
And has been seen by one of my many.
Dodge.
What? You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stair. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants, just slay her. Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it. She is clearly not.
I was sent to kill you because you're a threat to the world. I'm starting to believe that it's true.
Oh, for the love of... You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hasten her victory.
So many useless thoughts run through your head.
She looks so silly.
Thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble. Keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Survive!
Jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
Bro, what the hell? Stop hiding and show yourself!
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She's like skill issue.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
I don't think I can keep. But why? Why'd you want to kill
Why
me?
does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse. What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen. A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this.
Stay alive!
You're a bit slow. Or maybe she's a little faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side.
Ew.
It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast?
You're bleeding now.
You instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet, and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips. A costly mistake. We can't make it again. We will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern. We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
Our game is nearing its end.
Okay, fine. Why do you want to eat
I
me?
don't question who I am or what I want. I simply do. To act is always better than to react. To do is always better than to watch.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but you do well to listen to her. Less standing around asking questions, more doing exactly as I say. She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last. The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding. We're still alive. We owe it to ourselves to move.
Damn. Again.
Once again, you narrowly avoid the full force of the impact, and once again you are too slow to come away unscathed. You're starting to get tired.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're making mistakes. This isn't working. We have to do something. We have to figure out a plan. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. We're trying, but we can't keep this up much longer. We have to. We keep up or we die.
You're getting slow.
She seizes the opportunity, lunging once again from the darkness, fangs bared and claws flashing. She attacks over and over and over, and each time she leaves with a little piece of you. Too tired to think, but we have to think. We have to move. It's too late. Before you get the chance to react, it's over. She makes her last foray from the dark corners of the room, unhinging her dripping maw, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. You do your best to dive out of the way, and you partially succeed.
Oh.
Partially? Yes. The princess fails to swallow you whole. She only swallows your lower body.
Ew.
It's just as bad. That's worse, even. It's death either way. At least this will be a faster end.
Faster? I don't know
You
about
look
that.
down to see that the dirt between you strewn with your
Ew.
intestines, trailing all the way up and disappearing behind her blood-stained teeth. Your legs are nowhere to be seen. You start to go into shock. The princess, bloody saliva dripping from her lips, idly gnaws on what's left of you as you rapidly fade away.
I didn't mean to do that. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Oh, chapter 3, the den? What the heck?
You're on a path in the instinct was keeping us alive.
Oops, I missed something.
Until it wasn't.
What's the... That didn't work. We're going in with the plan this time. We're not getting stuck in another loop, just acting on instinct. We're stuck in a big enough loop as it is. Okay.
So what are we supposed to do? Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done. So you know more than you're letting on. Yeah, what he said. Of course I do, but believe me, it's in your best interests. The more you know about the princess, the more difficult your task will be. And why is that? Having me explain why would defeat the whole purpose. There are simply some things I'm not allowed to tell you. It's a hard rule. And whose rule is it? Who's telling you to boss us around? We've died twice already, and if you want us to stay alive this time, it's in your best interests to give us an edge. It's my rule, and this conversation is over.
Okay, what's the plan?
She spent as much time as she could in the shadows. So we're gonna draw her out. But she's fast. And she's clever. We're clever too. So this time we're not gonna let her cut off our escape. We're gonna lead her to the stairs ourselves. It'll be a lot easier to deal with her once we can actually see what she is. But you already know what she is. She's a princess. Yeah, right. A princess we couldn't see. And one that had big, sharp teeth too. How about you stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing our job? Sharp teeth.
Let's go to the cabin!
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what. Alright, we've been over the plan. Goad her out of the shadows, make her show herself. And what if she doesn't want to be seen? We'll figure out a way to make it happen. And if that doesn't make her any easier to fight, it will. It's always easier to fight what you can see, no matter how big or toothy she might be.
Proceed to the cabin!
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump. A pristine blade embedded in its exposed ring. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. If there's a way forward, that mirror is blocking it off. What are you talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us. Then either way, we need to investigate. Might as well get started.
Take the blade.
Take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and odds are we'll need it. Thanks for not putting us in a bad spot. You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair. Haven't you been paying attention? We're not hesitating. This supposed hole is blocked by that old mirror. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we... You reach forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own. You step forward into the darkness. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now.
Oh.
There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay.
Great.
The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, as you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Weren't we supposed to drag her out?
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. Stay on your toes. We take a step into the shadows, and as soon as she moves, we jump back, make her follow. From there, we trap her in the tunnel, draw her out of the cabin, whatever it takes to get her out of her element. Then we're safe. You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. That's right. Keep steady. Don't let your nerves get the better of you. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape. That's stage one. Now stay focused. You dive into the tunnel and begin scrambling up towards the cabin. You hear her behind you, claws raking at the dirt, chains rattling, breaths hot and heavy with the effort of the ascent. But the sounds are coming slower now, the breaths pained and stuttering. You no longer sense frantic motion behind you in the tunnel. You risk a glance. She is a broad and sickly creature,
Oh, God.
her withered and emaciated flesh clinging to bones too large to fit in the narrow space. She managed to squirm her way into the tunnel in pursuit, but now she's stuck.
Oh, no.
Incapable of either moving towards you or returning to the open darkness of the basement below.
Oh, I trapped her.
So that's what she's become. She wasn't like this when we started. Was she?
No.
No, she wasn't. Looking at her makes me feel sad. Yeah. Now that we can see her, she doesn't feel like much of a threat at all. Her eyes look up at yours, wide, pleading. Come back, you can imagine them saying. Don't leave me here. But you shouldn't listen to the sad eyes of a vanquished enemy. She wants nothing more than to change places with you. If you want us to ignore her, then why would you tell us any of that wide, pleasing eyes begging for mercy business to begin with? All it does is make us feel conflicted. I'm merely describing things as they are. It's not my fault that her eyes had something to say, even if that something was a ploy, which, if I might stress, I pointed out to you. What should we do about her anyway? Can she still end the world like... She hurts. We should help. We did bring the blade. Maybe we should use it. Splendid idea. You have a job to finish, and this is the perfect opportunity to finish it. Or maybe we should try and talk to her. That's a terrible idea. Your first one was better.
Let's talk, I guess.
You cautiously make your way closer to the princess, her eyes avoiding yours with the silent resignation of a defeated predator.
I'm probably fucked if I do this. Ah, okay.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should
Kinda.
we try and find her? And there's that mirror.
Okay, we know about the mirror. Let's go. Let's go. It's over. It's the end.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Fine.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
You are nothing at all. Hey, narrator. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Hello. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
If you want me to slay her, I need to know what she actually is.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Like I said, this isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
Truly. Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
Do you... What would... How did you die?
I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
There's so many questions. I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
The people, you've called this place a construct. What is it supposed to do?
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
What am I?
You're the long quiet. The god I made to rid the world of death.
How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept?
With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself.
Great.
It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through.
Lie. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her. I'm not.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
This man tried to cheat death. Oh, and he also became a bird for some reason. He became a bird with teeth. The narrator was right. You are the long, quiet, vast, and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin! This man hated death so bad, he killed himself! When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Unless... Hi.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is it all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If you are always going to become this, then what's the point of me doing anything? Let's talk this through.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. But even after the pain of defeat, you returned.
The dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending.
I don't want to think of a world without you.
Then don't.
She's not wrong. I don't have to. Wait, I really like this piece of dialogue. This is so good. This is crazy.
Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
I don't fear death, not anymore.
If you do not fear it, then there is no need for you to struggle against it. Let go. Leave with me.
I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose to pull apart that weave. And when the tapestry was undone, you struck at my heart. You saw me as a part of you to be excised, but in the desire for excision, you made yourself whole. Will you still be whole if you destroy me?
I miss what it was like to be together. Can we go back to it?
Though that was us before we were us, there is no turning back. For all the echo's delusion, he still managed to reshape reality itself. Though he could not destroy what could not be destroyed. We are intertwined, but we are separate. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever.
I'm going to end it all! Mag, I'm going insane!
But you found me, and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us. Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom. Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop them from going astray?
I don't want to keep anyone still.
Nor should you. Nor should I. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
I deserve what you did to me, for real.
There is no deserve, no punishment, no retribution. There's only action and reaction.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center.
That's crazy.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happened if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry
Yeah, for
of
real.
life wherever we go.
I want to leave with her. I want to escape with her. I never wanted to fight with you, but how do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Free yourself? You fall into yourself. If you had the sound alert from SpongeBob that was like, write that down, Mag would be spamming it right now. Man, that's what I'm doing. Like, I write everything. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, and finding you across infinite size and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Love you too. Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like
Yeah.
it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Damn! This is a whole different ending from the one I got last time. Oh, they make you like a playlist of your playthrough, basically. Like, they take all the music they played during the... and they make a playlist for you. That's cool! Well, man, that was insane. Bro. Okay. I'm wondering something. Should I play this one more time? Because there's like, I think 5 endings. I don't know if I'm gonna do them all, but, because it is time consuming, but should I play this one more time? Yeah? Okay. Yeah? How much achievements, many achievements? I don't know. They're over 90. I don't know if I can get them all. I don't really know if I want to grind for achievements, but I mostly want to see, like, I feel like I want to see other endings. Well, there's still, like, a bunch of vessels that I didn't get, so next time I could try to get those. I think. Why? Let me just see how many options you haven't explored. I would have to look at Steam. I'll look at it after, but I do have, like, a guide next to me, and I do have, like, a bunch of vessels that I still don't have, so I still have some stuff that I could do next time. And also, more endings, I guess? I don't know. Yeah. But I'll look at the achievements as well, but there's, like, stuff that I probably can't get because it's, like, I think on your first playthrough or something. I don't know. But, for now, yeah, I will stop. I will go to bed because it's late as fuck and I need to get up early tomorrow. Thank you again for following me on this journey. It was really a time, man. I'm really excited to do it again on Monday. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I fucking love this game. It's insane. I love it a lot. I wrote a bunch of notes again. Yeah, thank you. I hope tomorrow will be a slow day. And I have a birthday party in the evening, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to eat so much garbage. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, shit. Why does the raid window take up the entire screen now? It used to be smaller and more practical, I don't know. Who is streaming right now? Who can I raid? Joey's almost streaming right now. My head, I'm insane, miss. I'm insane! I'm crazy! It's okay, we can be insane together. Joey Zamo. Who's doing art? Okay, starting the raid is gonna take a few seconds. And thank you guys again for coming. I'm crazy! And I'll see you on Sunday. What am I gonna do Sunday? I don't fucking remember. Minecraft? Probably. Alright, bye guys!